Yeah, no. So the videos are very informative, like separating time for everything, like scheduling everything, especially with bank accounts, because right now with the whole, Amazon situation, I have to do everything on auto payments.
Mm.
Um, and I sleep all day and I wake up at 2:40. I go to the gym, I do all this stuff before I have to go to work, so it's like a lot of time constraint.
Chaotic.
So
Sounds like a
yeah,
very
so
chaotic life. Yeah.
automize automating everything is pretty important, and like also saying no. Like if there's like parties or events that you really don't want to go and you kind of feel obligated, um, then you just say no and focus on yourself.
Yeah.
Um, and the workouts, the yoga workouts, I say workouts, um, but it felt like a workout. After
Yeah,
the fact,
workouts. Yeah, yeah. They're just
yeah,
different intensity.
dude, after the fact, I felt good, especially when I came back from training. I did back today, so I kind of did the Superman locust.
Okay.
Um, so kind of stretching the back a little bit, and after that, I was sweating. I was sweating a lot, but I felt good. I didn't feel, you know, con I didn't feel tight as I did after the workout.
Okay. So I'm really glad like how much time did you put into the stretches so far? If you were to put like a duration.
I did three workouts for 5 minutes each. I just do 15 minutes.
Okay, 15.
Um,
So 15 minutes compared to like your like when you go to the gym, how long do you spend on that?
about an hour.
About an
About an hour,
hour.
because yeah,
Right. So only 15 minutes of doing a little bit of yoga. What's the outcome? Like what are you feeling in
it's
your
just
body?
more refreshed, not too tight. Like I can go through my 10-hour shift, not get too tired. I mean, I'm on my
Okay,
feet all day, but
that's
the
huge.
first workout, uh, what's it called? You kind of like you don't cross your legs, you just put your feet like
Like
this,
a butterfly
and
pose.
you that one. So I started doing that for my hips a little bit more because I do feel tight at work.
Mm,
After I did that, like my knee pain wasn't there anymore. I felt a little bit more
really?
flexibility. Yeah,
That
it
was
was
only 15 minutes, dude. Like in the last, what,
yeah,
2 days?
2 days, 2 days, yeah.
And how long have
Because
you
I
had
woke
your pain
up,
for?
it was just a day. It's just this random day. I did legs. I didn't like stretch enough.
Okay.
And then the next day, you put the videos on, and I'm like, let me try this one. So I
Uh-huh.
did it for like 6 minutes straight. I just stood there, my feet were like this. I was stretching my legs, and at first it was too tight. I was like, oh,
Mm,
but after 3 minutes, it kind of went away. So I just stayed there, I closed
nice one.
my eyes, kind of meditated a little bit, and then I went through my whole shift. I didn't feel any pain on my knee.
That's incredible. Is that your first time doing yoga?
Yeah,
Okay, so what did you learn about yoga?
I got to do it more, way more.
Okay. But you're doing 15 minutes, which is 15 minutes more than you've done ever,
Oh yeah,
right?
definitely. It was kind of awkward and hard, but I'm like, I can come back and instead of like turning on the PlayStation or just scrolling, I can dedicate 50 minutes to just stretching a little bit.
In the future, when you become more flexible, you can do those poses while you're playing PlayStation.
Oh man.
Yeah, honestly, because that's the beauty of yoga. It's about being able to breathe better. And when you can breathe better, you can do it without thinking about it. Right now, you got to think about it.
Yeah.
But breathing, I mean, if you're always thinking about breathing, then when you have time to think about other stuff, right? So that's why we get caught away with our life because we're just focused on other things. But are we really paying attention to how well we're breathing in a given moment, right? So until
Mhm.
then, that's why yoga helps because most people don't even pay attention to their breathing. But it shows you that, oh, wow, I have to pay attention right now. In order for me to get a sufficient amount of air in my body, I have to be intentional. I have to be present about it. But then later, you do the same thing over and over again. You don't have to really pay attention to it anymore. And that's when you have a little bit more freedom and flexibility. And your mind works better because you're not out of breath all the time.
Yeah.
So really, really cool that this is only what, 2 days? 1 to 2 days?
Just 2 days. Just
Just
two
two
days.
days.
hmm
So did you notice any changes in your sleep?
Uh, I I did actually. Well, coincidence or not, I did sleep better. I did sleep better after my workout. I did the yoga session, did my whole shift. When I came back, I just slept. And even if I don't get my full 7 hours, maybe like six, 6.5, I feel rested. I try to stay in bed for a little bit, just closing my eyes and practice breathing before I actually get up and start my day. But I
Mm,
did. I actually did feel a lot better.
we can call it a coincidence, or we could talk about the science.
Yeah.
So basically, in your first month of your program, the whole idea is to just like welcome wellness into your life. Now, what most people need to get into any sort of progression is you have to know how to maximize your recovery. Most people focus on the go, go, go. I want to like, build big biceps or whatever. You're looking for the performance goals, but when you build muscle, is it in the gym or is it when you're sleeping?
When you're sleeping, recovery is key.
So what does that say about what we need to really focus on to get good results?
Just recovery,
The recovery.
practicing recovery. Yeah.
The first month is all about teaching yourself how to welcome sleep back into your life. Because most people, they try to do too much with their time. And the thing is, you can do a lot if you have a lot of energy, but if you don't have a lot of energy, then you're going to borrow energy that is stored in your muscle, stored in your organs, right? It's like taking debt from a bank.
Yeah.
It's money you can borrow, but it's not really good money unless you're in business, unless you know what you're doing with it, right? But
Yeah.
generally speaking, if you take out money for your liabilities, you're going to get more and more interest, and then you're going to be
Yeah,
in
you're
trouble.
just
So that's,
negative, just basically
yeah.
negative energy
So
in
that's the
that
same thing
perspective.
when it comes to energy being used without oxygen. If you don't have oxygen, then you're not maximizing your fat burning capacity. You're not optimizing the sugar. So when you take sugar without oxygen, like each glucose molecule, so that's like a broken down version of carbohydrates, it's four energy molecules called ATP. But if you burn it with oxygen, that same sugar molecule turns into 36 to 40 ATP. So literally
Hmm.
you have 10 times more energy just by adding more oxygen. On top of that, it's not just 10 times, that's 10 times from sugar. But if you get hot enough and you breathe deep enough, then you can open up fat cells.
Right.
So you get extra energy. That's why people need to warm up, but most people are so time constrained and they're upset about the life outside of the gym, let's say, right? So what you want to do is you want to like cheer yourself up and you just do the things you want to do. You're trying to gain control back into your life by doing the things that you want. But if you're not doing it the way that biology needs you to, which is, for example, warm up your body before you go into lifting,
Hmm.
then you get sick, you get hurt.
Yeah.
So yoga is a very good level one, I'd say, type of entry level for recovery. Okay, because a lot of people want to rush into the recovery, but how do you go to sleep? By rushing to sleep? You have to chill. And that's what yoga is for in month one. And then when we go into month two, you're gonna have a lot more flexibility just because like you're breathing better. So you're not gonna have like inflammation, you're not gonna have lactic acid. You're gonna be very flexible because you've practiced like slow motions as well, and you're sleeping better, so you have more energy. And then we can start doing a little bit more, let's just say, movement-based yoga called vinyasa. And it's like a mixture. Have you guys heard of Pilates?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's something like that, where it's just your body weight still, but you're adding more speed, more range of motion. Because of that, you're stretching the muscle and you're getting more flexibility. You're also strengthening your cardiovascular system because you're moving, costs energy, right? So your arteries get stronger, and then that prepares you for month three. Month three, now your heart and lungs and your veins, the system is strong, your cardiovascular system is strong. So what does that tell us? We can handle higher heart rates. And by that time, your sleep is like pretty steady. And because your heart and lungs are stronger, how's your ability to burn calories?
A lot better.
A lot more
A lot
efficient too,
efficient.
because you have oxygen. So this is where you burn a lot of body fat and you also build muscle at the same time. People always say, oh, you either burn muscle or you burn fat. Kind of true. Kind of true. What we don't pay attention to is how much muscle is breaking down. We assume during our workout, muscles being broken down. But that's because people train over 70 to 80 to 90 to 100% of what their body can handle. Some people train even beyond that. They like to train into their fight or flight system. That's like powerlifting, right? Or any sort of like sprinting. Any extreme sport challenges your nervous system that much. That's when you get a lot of breakdown. But that's also why you need a lot of, therapy, massage, chiro, osteo, you have to get everything done. But how many people can afford that type of luxury?
Yeah, just like Ronnie Coleman, man. He's a legend, but he's not in
Yeah,
great shape right now.
even if you have all the money in the world like Ronnie Coleman, you can still get,
Yeah.
you can still have a shortened life. Not just shortened, but like more limited life because you're in pain all the time.
Hmm.
So, unless you have money, you don't need to train 90 to 100% of your rep max because the only way you can handle that is if you have treatment. You need to understand how to release your knots. You have to understand how to purify your organs. You have to understand the nature of your food and what type of vitamins and minerals are coming from that. And also, is it coming from a pure source or is it coming from a processed source? Those sort of things will allow you to like open up your performance. But it doesn't happen unless you go through recovery. Unless you know how to recover, then you're damaging yourself by going into high performance. So that's month zero. Month one. Month one is about recovery. Month two is about strengthening your cardiovascular system. Okay. And then as you can cycle new blood, that's the idea. You're making new blood cells, you're getting rid of old blood cells, getting rid of all the toxins in your body, all the bad cells, the one that didn't get oxygen and probably mutated into some fat cell. Okay, and then month three, your system's clean. Okay, and also your appetite's a lot higher because you're not bloated anymore. Your stomach is stronger. Now you get to build muscle. And by this point, we're doing calisthenics. It's like handstands, pistol squats, bunch of push-ups. So just a heads up, Yanzel, since you've already done Insanity, I'm confident you could do this. But my goal for you is to try to hit 200 to 300 push-ups in a workout. You could break it down
Okay.
how long you want, but if you can get to a point where you can do 200 to 300 push-ups in a workout, telling you your body's gonna look better than mine. My body's like, when it used to do that many push-ups, I look like a beach body model, like from
Yeah.
P90X and also Insanity. But that's all you really need to do. That's the army style. You just have to do push-ups, and then you'll get the most incredible front part of your body,
Yeah.
anterior
Shoulders,
portion.
upper
Everything, it
backs,
just works.
core, back.
Yep, everything. And then if you want to build stronger shoulders and traps, then we start practicing handstands. And then if you want to, if you want to have stronger, bigger shoulders, what's interesting is that bigger shoulders doesn't come from flies. It actually comes from grip strength.
grip.
Grip strength. Yeah. So when you, what's it called? Let's just say you're doing like a row or like a chin up. A lot of people do chin ups like this, but you're supposed to grip it like this. This is how you hold energy in your fist. But it's very common to see this in the gym. Okay, so that's how you get wrist injuries. That's how your shoulders get tight because your wrist is tight. If your wrist is strong, your shoulders are big. Anybody you see with big shoulders, you know they have strong wrists. Same thing with ankles. You know, if you see someone with tight hips, most likely their ankles are very weak. They don't have circulation or mobility at their ankles, and they have a lack of balance. So anyways, that's what yoga teaches you. Cool. All right, Yanzel. Thanks for your testimony. Really
Yeah,
excited
man.
that you've gotten that much changes in 2 sessions.
Yeah.
So the goal is now you know 15 minutes, try to do 20 minutes in a session. And then over time, try to do 30-minute sessions, 1 hour sessions eventually. You don't have to get to 3 hours like me. I like to do 3 hour stretches, but that's
Mhm.
because I'm bored and I like to do this. Like it's stretching is no longer painful for me. It's more like, whoa, yes, exactly the feelings that you're getting. Sleep better, my digestion is stronger, I'm calmer. So yoga is incredible.